Hey everybody, thank you for joining me for another general reading. This reading will be for the collective for the next 24 to 48 hours. Spirit guides, what important message do we have for the collective for the next 24 to 48 hours? Collective messages. What does the collective need to hear? There's a need to focus. There's a need to focus. There's a need to focus. Some of you guys are feeling overwhelmed, or there's like a lot of sensory overload due to all of the stuff happening on social media and politics with the fires in society in general. Like, there's a lot of chaos happening and it's affecting you guys mentally, emotionally. You guys need to center yourselves. Spirit guides, I need a message for the collective for the next 24 to 48 hours. Collective messages, please. Collective messages. You cannot allow people to, or circumstances beyond your control to dictate your internal experiences, your internal compass, temperature. It's almost like you cannot allow homeostasis to happen. There has to be some boundaries put up. You have to protect or guard your energy, because there's going to be external influences trying to cause problems or create distortions or challenges. Mars is retrograde in Cancer. Spirit guides, give some information please about the collective. Important message for the collective, please. Important message for the collective. Wow, it's taking a while. I might have to pick the card myself. I guess I'll pick willpower. Improve your willpower to reduce your stress level. And I mentioned boundaries, and I mentioned external circumstances and situations affecting your inner equilibrium. Energy of love. Behold the world through the eyes of love and not fear, stress, anxiety, worrying. You're safe. Improve your willpower. You need to fight against external forces that are trying to overwhelm you, discourage you. There's sensory overload here, and you need to fight through that. Some of you guys could be experiencing an increase in anxiety or depression or fear or negative emotions. There's too much stimulation here. Too much stimulation is causing stress. So you have to become more heart-centered, focus on your heart chakra. Venus energy. Restore some sort of balance. You cannot allow other people's hate to control your energy, or other people's pettiness, their vindictiveness, their maliciousness, their selfishness. You cannot allow other people to dictate how you're feeling, how you're operating. You really have to know how to create a force field around yourself to protect your energy from hostile forces. This could be the evil eye, this could be people's words, this could be your environment. Like there's a lot of chaos around you potentially, whoever this is for. Especially if you have like a lot of personal planets in cardinal signs. Cancer, Aries, Libra, Capricorn. Mars is retrograde here. Mars is retrograde in Cancer. And it's affecting all of the cardinal signs the most. And Scorpio, and Aries in particular, because Mars is Scorpio's dispositor. Spirit guides, more information please, more advice or guidance for the collective for the next 24 to 48 hours. Two of Pentacles, harmonious change, harmony, balance. Harmonious change, not you changing because of someone else's behavior, their actions. This is you being in control of your energy. You're controlling your resources, you're controlling your assets, you're controlling your mind. There's flow, there's synergy. There are boundaries here. You see these two pentacles are like bound by this infinity limitless get symbol. There's a boundary here. And the boundary is maintaining the equilibrium between these two. It's maintaining the balance between these two objects. So there has to be some sort of boundary created between you and the external world. Otherwise, these two would clash or hit each other. There has to be flow. There has to be flow. Use this hostile or abrasive or obstructive or challenging energy and channel it productively or constructively. So in order for these two pentacles to not crash into each other, they have to remain separate. So this is you and the outer world. You and other people. That requires a lot of willpower. So see everything from a position of love and not frustration or irritation. Because some people may want to irritate you, or you'll feel frustrated, or you're easily agitated, especially if you're a Scorpio or a cardinal sign, or you have like the moon in a cardinal sign too. Feeling tense or frustrated or agitated. You have to have the courage to fight back or to protect your boundaries. Protect your peace. Don't let other people in their mess, whether it's in the government or on media, social media, or on television, or in your family or your friends, don't let other people ruin a good time or make you feel bad about yourself or ruin your happiness in some way. They could be doing this intentionally or unintentionally. It does not matter. You have to ignore them. Ignore the haters. Ignore the hostile forces. I'm not saying be blind to them, but don't allow them to affect you or influence you to the point where you're out of balance. Venus energy. Knight of Swords. Yeah, this is arguments, negative inner dialogue, a whole bunch of, this is Gemini energy. Just overstimulation, too much information. It's like everywhere you turn is just drama and chaos, from celebrities, politics, personal stuff. Like, it's too much. It's too much. There's too much stimulation here. And it's creating an internal imbalance within you. This is the Star of David on top of here, and that represents Venus energy. 6-pointed star. This is also Saturn energy. As above, so below. It's sort of similar to the Venus symbol, where there's a circle and a square. There's two 360-degree symbols. As above, so below. It's similar to this. So Venus is coming up again. And it's also talking about, again, creating an equilibrium and using your mind to combat the forces of chaos and hostility. So it's like mind over matter, in a sense. Mind over matter. You versus them. So what if they're using media or conversations or pettiness or whatever to attack you? You have the same energy, or you can use that energy to fight back. So there's like a willpower. You have to have the will to fight, or to defend yourself, or defend your boundaries, protect yourself and your boundaries. You have to be stronger than your environment or the people coming at you. And you are stronger than them, but you have to believe that. This is Venus energy. Venus is about love, balance, refinement, comparison. Comparison is a death of joy. When Venus is imbalanced or Libra is imbalanced, it's very distorted. It's like scales are very sensitive to weight. And it's like the scales are like this right now. This is one scale, this is the other, this is like this. And it's like it went from this to this. You have to bring it to here. Even. Steady. But someone's coming along dropping drama, noise, arguments, pettiness, jealousy, Trump, social media, gossip. It's like there's too much happening here. There has to be a withdrawal from all of this, shutting down social media, silencing the mind, getting away from social media, or turning the internet off, turning your phone off. There's too much stimulation here. Pluto is in Aquarius, and Uranus is going to form a trine to Pluto soon, next year. That's too much. There's too much going on here. Everything is so amped up. Seven of Swords, more air energy, unstable effort. Unstable effort. Right. This is imbalance. So you can't do what you're supposed to do because your energy is being depleted or you're being distracted by other people's nonsense. It's causing confusion, judgment, making a final call to walk away from something. This is right before the World card. Yeah, you have to protect your peace and your boundaries. The Seven of Wands represents protecting boundaries and fighting back. The Seven of Swords can also be using deception to do this. You could be using deception to protect yourself, like not telling people your business, not talking about your successes, not talking about your challenges, keeping people out of your business by just not talking to them, period. Not necessarily lying to them, but what you don't need to know, you don't need to know. If it's not your business, don't talk about it. So you're trying to avoid more drama, more chaos, more jealousy or conflicts. It's just, yeah, you have to sort of walk away from conversations or mute yourself or not be as open. Ten of Swords, ruin. Wow. The Magician. You have the power to end something and protect yourself from a situation. You go from 7 to 10. Ruin and the Magician. I don't think this is negative. I think you're doing this. This is not happening to you. You are shutting something down in order to maintain your balance or create balance within your life. These swords are like forming a fence. Even though they're sticking out of this person's back, they're also forming a fence. And through these swords, you can see the sun rising. So you have to walk away from someone, shut them down, detach, disconnect, turn something off in order to regain control of your energy. This is you empowering yourself by protecting your boundaries and cutting someone or something off that is messing with your energy. This is the end of communication. This is ghosting somebody, ending a relationship, changing a perspective. You're realizing that this situation you were in, whether it was created by you or other people were involved, it was keeping you stuck. So you have to sneak away to end it. You snuck away to end something. You've ghosted somebody or a situation. Like you didn't tell them your plans. You just walked away because you didn't want any more drama. So this is like you being a part of a very toxic family. And you knew that if you told your family your plans, they would try to stop you or discourage you from doing what you had to do. So you didn't speak to anybody and you just left them behind. You moved to a new city, got a new job, or divorced somebody. Like, you've taken control of your energy. This is actually quite positive with the Magician here and Judgment. You made the final judgment call. You took your power back. And you've also consulted with a higher power, your sources, your intuition, your guides. You didn't make this decision recklessly. Or you didn't do it. You did it in a very smart way. This is both Gemini energy. Ironically, I'm hearing A Son of Sagittarius by Eddie Kendricks. And Sagittarius is the opposite sign of Gemini. Sag represents wisdom. So you took all these 10 swords, all your experiences, your knowledge, what's going on right now, circumstances, your goals, whatever. You took all this information and you chose to consolidate them to make a wise decision. You've analyzed the situation and decided that the best course of action to take was to leave it behind, walk away from it, block somebody out, shut them down, cut them off. You can't let them know about this because they're going to try to stop you. Clarify the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of... Oh my goodness, the whole thing fell. The King of Swords. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. Four of Swords. Knight of Wands. Nine of Pentacles, Five of Wands. Hold on a minute. Let me get these cards. This fell out. Okay. So, a situation may have been in flux. Somebody was contemplating about making a decision. This could be a lawyer, this could be a person who's in the military, a police officer, somebody who's very intelligent, an accountant, a numbers person, very logical, rational person, very smart, could be a man or a woman, doesn't matter. And this person, they were holding back. So there could have been a situation where it's like you went through a lot of changes, or you were feeling overwhelmed and you pulled away because you sensed that you were out of balance. This could be for Libra. But you sensed you were out of balance because you weren't as productive or focused or organized. I mentioned someone needing to focus more. Someone's mind being scattered or confused, or there's too much stimulation. You pulled away from it in order to see things from a different perspective. And now you're making a decision to walk away from something. Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. Ruin, strife. Yeah, you try to avoid strife. You have to sneak away from the situation. You could not tell these people what was going on or what your plans were, because you knew it would cause an argument. It's like, this is the Sag card, Knight of Wands, but somebody wanted to start stuff. Like, we have the Knight of Swords versus the Knight of Wands. Let me put it here. Here you are trying to leave and this person's following you, forcing you to argue or forcing you to engage. They know, you said you don't want to argue and you want peace, and then they do things on purpose, intentionally, to like knock you off your square, to start arguments. And you're realizing that in order for you to have peace or to rebuild your life or to, have a happier life, you have to walk away from these people. Nine of Pentacles, strife, fighting over money, fighting over resources. Nine of Pentacles, it's like there could be fights over money, like inheritances or lawsuits, money, or divorces even. Somebody could be hiding your assets. But this is crafty. This is someone who's moving stealthily to protect themselves. So suppose you were in like a litigation for a long time, or your marriage was, you were going through a divorce, and there were negotiations about alimony, child support, assets being separated, divided. You had to hide some of your assets or resources. If someone did this to you, to protect your future security. Someone had to lie to protect themselves here. And they also had to lie to like avoid an argument or to shut something down quickly. If you told the truth about something, then it would have opened up a whole new can of worms that would have just like protracted or extended this argument for longer than it should have been. It's like, for example, you're about to get a divorce, right? And right before the divorce is finalized, you come into some money, but you don't tell your partners. You have somebody else, cash in the ticket for you, something like that, at the casino. You have somebody else cash in your rewards, and you split the money with them to avoid going back into court for this issue. Like you are lying to someone to eliminate a conversation, to close out a situation quicker, to leave with your dignity. Clarify the unstable effort and the judgment card. 7 of Swords and Judgment. You have to lie to protect yourself. Knight of Cups reverse. Yeah. Someone being disingenuous, charming you, being flattering. Like you gotta kind of charm them or flatter the person, or like Knight of Pentacles. We have all 4 knights are here now. All 4 knights are here. This is some sort of conversation or negotiation. This is a conversation or negotiation. Knights are about action. This is like fiery energy. And there's 4 people who may want the same thing, or who are in conflict about something, or there's a conflict about how to approach something. Someone used charm and deception to like steal from somebody, steal their money, or steal an opportunity, or to just like, I didn't steal, but to avoid more complications. It could be theft too with 7 of Swords. Someone using charm to steal from somebody, or to deceive someone into trusting them so that they can betray them in some way. It's like somebody, for example, saying, I really want to be with you, I love you, but they have no intentions of being with you. They just want money or something from you. And you're like, or you or the person that you're dealing with find this out. You get what you want. Somebody, whoever is doing this, they're getting what they want with the 10 of Swords and the Magician card. Something is ending or being closed out without too much of a fuss. Seven of Pentacles, material success, yeah. Without somebody's holding on to their coins. They go from 9 to 2. They didn't lose all their money. They're able to hold on to most of what they want, of most of what they had. The scales are here. I mentioned the scales earlier. Something's balanced or fair. Or you thought this was a fair decision. This is the 6 of Pentacles, not 7, I'm sorry. 6 of Pentacles represents a fair exchange. Charity, generosity. We go from 9 to 6, not 9 to 5, 9 to 6. Losing 30% of your money instead of 50% of your money. Queen of Swords, a divorce, yeah. So this could be a divorce being finalized and someone gets to hold on to most of their assets. They lose 30% instead of 50, so they feel like that's okay. I'd rather lose 30 than 50. So somebody had to lie and about their assets. They had to lie to a Pisces, someone a rising sign. Pisces, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Gemini. All the mutable signs are here. Saturn and Neptune are in Pisces, which are mutable signs. So this could be something to do with marriage, relationship, house situation, career, pensions, insurance, estates. Like there's a divorce is being finalized and someone was able to avoid losing their shirt or losing most of their money by way of some sort of deception. The person who was lied to, they're not completely asked out, but they didn't receive as much money as they thought they would, or they thought they were entitled to. But the scales are here. Somebody feels like it's fair, especially if one person was like the primary breadwinner. They wasn't going to give up half of their money. They wasn't going to do that. So something is ruled as fair or seen as fair, the Queen of Swords upright and the Magician. Someone worked the system to their favor. They were able to hold on to their money, especially if they were the ones working hard for it and the other person was not. There could be a refund, or there could be a lawsuit that's won. So yeah, willpower. This was a long battle. Energy of love. This was a long struggle. 10 of Swords. 9 of Pentacles. This was long. This was taking too long. It could have been longer, but it was taking too long. And so somebody had to lie about their monies to, I guess, protect their neck so they can rebuild their lives. They don't want to be 5 Pentacles. Because the 5 Pentacles is here. We got 9 and 6 and 2 Pentacles. Oh, hold on. 6, 8, 17. I'm not bad. It's 8 Pentacles, not 5. The 8 of Pentacles represents working hard, apprenticeship, mastering a skill, doing a lot of work but not receiving much effort for it, or much attention for it. Like somebody feels unappreciated in their relationship. They could have contributed a lot financially to the marriage, and they didn't want to be on the hook for 50% of this person's life in the alimony settlement. So suppose somebody was paying all the bills in the relationship. They're now getting a divorce. Throughout the marriage, they felt unappreciated. Like this person was spending all their money, living the life of luxury while they were working. So this person could have felt taken advantage of financially during their marriage, which could be the cause of the divorce. Ooh, this is Croy and Kim. Is this Croy and Kim Bierman? Virgo energy here twice. I don't know. Yeah, somebody feels like one person is the reason why they've lost almost everything. So they've had to lie. It's like they used their parents or someone they trusted to hide their assets, because they knew that if this person that they were married to found out that they had money they were hiding, they would have spent it or sued for it, or they would have felt entitled to it. They had to stash some money aside for a rainy day. 7 of Swords and the Judgment card. 9 of Pentacles. They had to stash some money away for a rainy day to protect themselves and or their children from this person's greediness. Somebody's greedy. Somebody was taking more than they were giving or contributing to the relationship. I mentioned the imbalance in the beginning, the harmonious change. Somebody protecting their boundaries, their resources, their energy. They had to do this because if the person that they were with knew that they had money stashed to the side, they would have spent that money or sued for it or felt entitled to it in some way. So somebody took a chunk of money that they had, I guess, stored for a rainy day, stocks, a house, 401k, something that was hidden from them, this person. They got away with it. They're able to now divorce and separate, and this person is none the wiser. They didn't know about this money, or they put in a trust. They did something to protect themselves. This is not a bad thing, actually. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Not in this case, because there was imbalance in the beginning. There was unfairness here. Spirit guides, more advice for the collective. Slow down, 0404. Balance, power struggle, force, violence, hope, authority, ancestors, restlessness, low vibrations, warning. Pay, and that's why the 7 of Swords is here. You know that if this person finds out you have money or something that they want, they're going to go back to court, or they're going to try to spend it. They'll feel entitled to whatever it is that they didn't work for. And it could be the reason why you're divorced now or getting a divorce now. Pay close attention to the people in your life, your surroundings, and your physical health. Don't freak out. It's just a warning to be careful and awake to avoid, Seven of Swords, any further issues. So you got to lie to protect yourself. Not because you're being malicious, but because this person may be trying to take something from you. That they're not entitled to. It could be your free time. It could be, I don't know, opportunity from you or money. Communicate clearly and keep healthy boundaries. This Two of Pentacles. Boundaries. You versus them. You versus the world. Internal versus external. Boundaries. Protecting your resources, your energy, your time. One more please for the collective. All right. Starting over. Ten of Swords, right? And good fortune. Intelligence. Magician, Ten of Swords. This is a very smart person. Queen of Swords, King of Swords, Ten of Swords, Seven of Swords, Four of Swords. Very smart. They were so smart, they were kind of psyching themselves out. Intelligence, dynamics, making a difference, failures, personal or spiritual development. Right. This is taking a loss and turning it into an opportunity. Transmuting the negative energy that is being, I guess, projected on you, or people are throwing at you, and turning it into an opportunity for yourself. Turning it into wealth, turning it into peace. This is like a metamorphosis, is alchemy. This is alchemy. Happiness is linked to self-expression, growth, and experience. Learning from failures is key. Happiness is real, possible, and around. Understand its process in the pursuit of it. Joy is fluid. It's in the little things and the big ones. Fails are fun. Start fresh, and you're doing that with the Ten of Swords and the Magician card. This is done. And the Queen of Swords. The Queen and King of Swords are a divorced couple. 1331, good fortune. Advice, comfort, major change, individuality, independence, Four of Swords. Magician is also independence. Ten of Swords, independence. Nine of Pentacles, independence. King and Queen of Swords, independence. Independent thinkers. Have faith in your skills and talents. Magician. As they are a tool that can provide you with a bright future. A piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, or comforting message from me is on its way. Everything will work out in your favor. So, even though you had to lie, it doesn't mean that you're doing the wrong thing. It's not a moral situation. You're just lying to protect your energy and your resources from somebody who does not care about you and who feels entitled to what you've worked for. Or they have a gripe against you, or they're petty or jealous. You have to lie to protect yourself. It's not a bad thing. Okay? Don't let anybody make you feel guilty for being deceptive. Because if you weren't, then you'd be taken advantage of and exploited by the people, your environment, your partners, so on and so forth. Let me get one more card and I'm going to close it out. All right, Spirit Guides, please continue this message for the collective for the next 24 to 48 hours. Continue this message. Continue the message. Facade, Seven of Swords. Smoke and mirrors. One more, please. What do you want a facade? Deception is a tool. This is being done on every level. In government, in media, personal relationships. People are lying to protect themselves. Workaholic, that came out again. Workaholic, 6th house energy, Virgo energy. Virgo and Pisces energy. The 8 of Pentacles, Somebody worked really hard for what they have, and you know, the other person that they're getting away from, they did not, and they feel entitled to what they've worked for. It's like, this is you. Now you're the old dry prune, and this person got fat off of your labor. This is you, the prune, the old person, the person that's been dried out because you're working your ass off. And here, this fat person is entitled. They feel entitled to, you know, your assets or your money. Not fat literally, but a greedy person. That wanted to come out before. It was on the bottom of the deck, but self-worth. Yes. When you have self-worth, you protect yourself. You protect your boundaries. You protect your resources. Second house energy, Venus energy, your values, the things that you hold dear that are important to you. You have to be important to you enough to do this. So I think you're learning how to love yourself more. You've learned how to do that throughout this whole experience. That's why you're leaving. Now you see your self-worth. And you're not going to allow this person to take advantage of you anymore. This could be for Virgo dealing with a Taurus. 6 Pentacles is Taurus energy. You got all the mutable signs here. Queen of Swords, Libra energy, Aquarius energy, a divorced couple. Yeah, someone has found the courage to love themselves. And now they're putting up boundaries and they're hiding their assets to protect them from a greedy, selfish person who doesn't care about them at all. And they'll be successful. Okay? All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for listening. If you want to order a personal reading, the link is in the description box. I look forward to reading your feedback. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon.